addicted to sit down to check kind of videos. So today, I feel really excited to share it with you the 5 love languages, which is the secret to love that lasts. According to the book of the 5 love languages, the author actually mentions that the ways that people always use to speak and understand emotional love. Without further ado, let's get started for today's video. So everyone just talks about the importance and the energies of falling in love, but few ever have the answer to keep that original intimacy, patience, and togetherness alive. So according to the book of the 5 love languages, it actually mentions that the 5 ways of love languages people use to communicate love and affections to their romantic partner. So nowadays, actually lots of people struggle to find their true loves, or even they manage to find their romantic partner, it still be a challenge for them to maintain a long-term relationship. So, or maybe you have already get into marriage. So by knowing your partner primary love language is essentially crucial because this will help you guys to improve your relationship satisfaction. The first step is to identify your partner primary love language. This can be done through daily observations or communications. So if during the communications you realize your partner not sure what kind of love language they are actually prioritize, then maybe you can go online and do the quiz. So the second step, once you have already get the results, time for you to actually study deeply about your primary love language and also your partner primary love language. It's the time for you guys to go deeply research, or you can consider to repeatedly watching my videos. And yeah, and also it is very commonly that you and your romantic partner speak different primary love language because our upbringing could be different, cultural backgrounds and education level, and also races sometimes, or religions, and also the experience that we encounter is also a bit different, and also as well. That's why it is very common for us to have different love language. So in order for things to work, we must learn to respect our partner's primary love language, an open and growth mindset, because if you're trying to judge your partner's primary love language, this won't help your relationships at all. So why don't we just try to respect our partner's primary love language and learn how to cooperate with each other, and then we just respect and create we just respect each other through communications and enhance our bonding between each other, and I think it will just helps a lot, right? Here for things to work, I think respect does matter. In this video, I will introduce all the 5 love languages, just the sequence. So first and foremost, I would like to introduce the love language that I personally prioritize the most, which is my primary love language is the quality time. This kind of people actually crave to spend a fruitful and attentive time with their romantic partner. So the main key point here is that you are not just sitting side by side with your partner and doing your own tasks, but you need to be actively engaging with them. So people who actually value quality time will want to spend an uninterrupted time with their romantic partner in the same space, physically, emotionally, and mentally together with their romantic partner. If you are speaking a different love language, you probably will feel a little bit of negative and clingy now. But actually, none of the love languages insinuate that you are too needy, because all of us living in this world just desire to feel special and being loved by our romantic partner. Quality time, just simply appreciate the simplicity of human interactions. People desire feeling seen and understood. They just feel like quality time is the biggest source of validations of their connection. People will feel most loved when they can spend an uninterrupted time together with their loved ones, because they enjoy to have those quality engagement, eye contact, and also reciprocal communications together with their partner. It feels so amazing in their heart if they can spend those time together with their partner. This kind of people also like to create the same experiences together with their romantic partner. For example, recently I just go tufting with my partner. I feel like it's very happy because we can create those new precious moments together. So, for example, recently I just go tufting with Kate, and this is our new experiences of trying this. I feel really excited, and it just sparks our life. It just makes our relationship intimacy, passion, and togetherness alive. So, moving on for the next type of love language, which is called the gift giving. So, even though this love language is not my priorities, but it just become a very important thing now, because me and Kay are currently in the long distance relationship. So gift giving actually becomes very important for us to just show our affections to each other. And there is always a misconception towards the people if their primary love language is gift giving and gift receiving, that people who prefer this kind of method to be feeling loved, it's very materialistic and also shallow. This is not always the case. If a person's love language is gift, they will feel most loved when their partner gives them tangible items. The act of giving gifts serves a gesture of affection and care towards their partner when they are not around. It's a way for you to make them smile. They knew you are always thinking of them, and your heart is always being with them. So becomes a physical token to memorizing the moment, experience, and also feeling. People who see gift as their primary love language can sometimes to be very sentimental in their emotions, and also people tend to be very easily attached to nostalgia. You could realize that they would always keep all the gifts that the partner gives to them because they really appreciate it. Have you ever heard before, like if your man is not willing to spend money to buy something for you, they are actually not loving you? Imagine like in the future, both of you guys will have your families, and if you wanted to build a families together with this man, it obviously come to those financial issues, and you need to have the financially stable, right? So spending some money and giving you something during anniversaries or something, I think is essentially crucial, even if you didn't speak this for your primary love language. Generosity is very important to have a healthy relationship. It has less to do with monetary value, wanting to give someone new love, care, thoughtfulness, and also joy. So give your romantic partner something when you are celebrating some special occasions. This could simply help you guys to just enhance the bonding between each other. So moving on for the kind of love language, which is called the act of service. Acts of service is just doing some things for your partner that you know, like for example, you can help your partner to wash the dishes or do some laundry if you saw them was very busy with their work or is very overwhelmed with their work. So you try to do something to help them to lessen the burden. Is just a way to help them out. So people who really value acts of service would wish their romantic partner to help them out when they are overwhelming, or actually value actions rather than words. So the fifth love language is called the Physical touch. People who prefer physical touch as their primary love language would mean that they express their love through physical touch. Actually, the main key points. Not only sex is called a physical touch, but simply hold hands or cuddling, patting on the shoulders are considered as physical touch. So there is a benefit for people who value physical touch as their primary love language. For people who actually prioritize this love language, it's also very good for their health because when both of us were cuddling together, during the physical touch, our brain will release a neurotransmitter called oxytocin. Our brain actually releases a neurotransmitter called oxytocin, which is a love hormone. This hormone will make us feel good and comfortable, and at the same time we feel protected and no one can hurt us. So this also helps us to increase our sense of security. Overall, it just helps us to boost our immune system. Overall, love is a decision. Love someone, please respect them and try to understand their love language and love them as the ways they wish to be loved by knowing their primary love language. So, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you liked my video, please subscribe me.